Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome to day 94, which no matter how you slice it, is a 3-month video. Supposedly today is August 13th, which I started hormones in May 13th. So May to June, June, July, July to August, 3 months on the calendar. It's technically, I think, like I said, it's 94 days, but no matter how you slice it, we're at the 3-month mark. If I had to guess, if I should be so fortunate or whatnot that someone else cares to look at these videos in the future, there's a good chance that this will be one of the videos that will stand out because it's going to be the 3-month update. So I'm going to sit here and talk for a couple minutes. This is totally unscripted, as always, and really probably not very well thought out. But so let's jump into it. 3 months. What is it like to be on hormones for 3 months? Well, I can tell you right now, it's kind of tiring. I about halfway through, or 2 weeks ago, not really halfway through, that doesn't make sense. They changed my dosage of spironolactone, and that has had the effect of kind of what happened initially when I started taking hormones, is it makes me very tired, which I've been told is because the body is flushing out the testosterone, or it's not getting the testosterone that it used to, and you always hear on the commercials for the erectile dysfunction, do you not feel like you have the power that you used to or whatnot? So, if it is testosterone that is the key, then when you get on the Spiro, and then the estrogen, of course, your body's not getting that testosterone. So, other effects. When you start, your endocrinologist is kind of taking a stab in the dark, saying, okay, based on your body weight and, this is the dosage we're going to put you on and whatnot. And so until you do it for a couple months and get your blood work done, they really don't know what effect it's going to have on you. And of course, when they do the second blood panel, they'll have a better idea as far as your testosterone count and everything else. And of course, obviously, they'll say, how do you feel, or your results you're getting and whatnot. So really, when you start, it's kind of a shot in the dark. Like I said, it's better than nothing. And I kind of didn't really expect any results. Let me put it that way. By month number 2, there was considerable movement of body fat in my chest, or what I would call, underneath my chest and along the sides of my body. And, really just felt like body fat was just being moved and whatnot. But there was really nothing to the breast itself. I could tell, something's going on, but I don't know what it is. And so, really, once the second dose of Spiro hit, and I think, that was the chemical, everything was right in the right whatnot, there was kind of a big explosion of somewhat breast development, or what I'll call the foundation of underneath of the breast. You get the breast bud, which feels like you have like a piece of rubber cement. They'll make a ball of rubber cement. Has that kind of, it's squishy, but it's hard. And that's kind of in the breast somewhere, usually around the areola or under the areola or whatnot. And it hurts a little bit, but it's a good hurt because you're like, oh, something's happening. And usually, what I've been encountered is once that happens, you're like, oh, something's happening. But it does hurt a little bit. And when things brush up against you, you're like, I can feel it. I think breasts are probably the biggest thing that I know I was concerned about before. It's my understanding that, the breast buds form, and then underneath is, it kind of pushes up the breast a little bit. And then more breast buds will come that pushes the upper part up. So it's like, you have the breast and then the under tissue. And so you're going to get a little bit of a cup or a dome. And then later will be the upper part. And that'll really, round it out. Now, granted, everyone's results are different. I have no idea what my results are going to be. We'll see, Granted, I'm 3 months into it, right? So that's pretty big. The other thing that I've noticed just physically is, in addition to being a little bit tired, my body shape is changing a little bit. I don't quite have the muscle mass up top that I did originally. I kind of felt like before I would have big shoulders and then this little head, or I had a big head and big body. And I feel like now things are just a little bit, you can rub your fingers and your bone. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of, and my butt, my bottom, and my, I guess you'd call them my thighs. There's some padding going on around that back. My love handles are still there, but they're kind of shrinking. And what used to be like my beer gut, quote unquote, has like dropped. And, looks like someone who, I think I mentioned before, when you see they used to do the thing on The Biggest Loser, like, someone would lose so much weight and the skin would just be like dragging. That's kind of what it is. But I still have tissue there. It's not like just skin. And I think that's just where you had, so much fat that has been distributed to other places. I've only lost like less than 5 pounds, but I'm not exercising. I really need to. Knock on wood, I'll do that. So that's about it for physiological changes. Mentally, I'm a lot more at peace now, but I wouldn't exactly say like, what I would consider to be female, oh, everything's wonderful and, the birds and the butterflies are singing and I don't know, it's very typical. But at the same time, I really haven't let myself go either. So, what else is going on? They say that you lose, after so many months on spironolactone and then the estrogen, that you lose the ability to have like spontaneous erections. And I would say that's definitely true. But to say that I can't raise a tent, I can still raise a tent, okay? It takes a little while, but I still can do that. And the reactions are a lot more all over my body when that happens. What else was I going to say? So that's kind of going on. I think looking in the camera here, I really expected more. And granted, it's only 3 months, right? But I think my cheeks would have thinned out a little, and if anything, I think that my cheeks have actually rounded, which like the chubby women you see, and that's okay. I'll accept that. I'll take that. I'll be a chubby woman. Obviously, my hair is still growing out, not as long as I'd like it to be, but maybe keep on going. As I always say, when you get to that point that you can take your bangs here and go underneath your chin, that's a huge step. Really, that's about it. I did have a sit down with the Human Resources Department at my work and kind of talk about a transition plan. I do not feel, I have my moments where I'm like, people say, well, attaboy, or thank you, sir, or you the man. And you're kind of like going, if only you knew. Thank you. And that'll come. That changes will come. I do find myself somewhat comparing myself to, I'm not going to say other trans women, but, like, there are things like, my arm hair I still have, I'd say it's definitely thinned out, but it's not totally gone. And there's some folks in my support group, who have, already had surgery or, a year on hormones or whatever. And it's kind of hard to, you see them and you're like, well, when will my arms be, hair free? Or, you see them wearing kind of plunging, plunging necklines or whatever. And I'm like, well, my chest still has hair on it. Or, I don't have the lumps, when you put your breasts together. And, well, it's hard to see, but, like, these are my breasts. They put them together side by side and you can see the valley. I don't have that, I fill a C cup, okay, which is better than nothing. But, again, it's one of those things. I don't have that. And all in good time, right? It'll all happen when it needs to. I'm trying to use this voice more and more. It is very, very hard. There are times, for the most part, when I'm not at work, this is the way that I talk. But when I go to work, I have to drop back down, and it kind of gets annoying. But it is what it is. So, trying to think what else is going on. Really, that's about it. That's all I can think of. My plan still is to not have a huge, hey, I'm transitioning announcement, just to kind of ease into it. I think people, at work and in my general life, I have let my friends know and whatnot, but, some people don't really have to know. And, I guess it depends on who you work with and whatnot, but, those people that are close enough to see the changes, they're going to know, so we don't have to have launch rockets in the air and have a blimp over, transition. I think people are going to know, and we'll go from there. The other day I had an interesting experience. I was playing a game and I said something like, yeah, I was playing Ark, and it was something about megalodons. I said, yeah, megalodons are like men, they're jerks. And I was like, oh, I got to turn in my guy card, because I'm ragging on guys. And, it's kind of funny in a way, but then I was like, well, wait a minute, can I really say that? I'm not really physically attracted to anybody right now. I think I'm too chaotic, and I don't want to be in a relationship with anybody. And I definitely want to settle, let's see where this runs. And really, that's about it. I'm out of time, believe it or not. So if you've sat through this video, congratulations, you're almost at the end of it. And that's kind of where we're at. So here we are in August, and probably if you skip ahead to the 6-month video, we'll see how that goes. We'll see what's up. Not too much happens day to day. So anyway, good luck to you, and keep on trucking. All right, good luck. Bye.